But Dr. Oni, I'd like to, on the strength of that, remind you of some of the things that you said during our last conversation with you about the illiquidity of NBET, which is like the middleman, between GENCOs and DISCOs. You also talked about how the DISCOs are unable to take off power from the GENCOs because they're unable to pay. So if the power formations remain under federal management, in spite of the ceding of authority to states that are even unable to pay salaries as things are presently constituted, what would change if they're unable to manage the power formations?
Things are going to get worse if things are not done the way they should be done. If they get worse than what they are now, then there's a problem. There'll be chaos. I mean, that's the honest truth. It's straightforward. However, I think we need to also put a few things in perspective. NBET failed. Recall NBET is just supposed to be maybe a fictional middleman. They buy power from generation companies and on-sell under vesting contracts to distribution companies. And they're supposed to take security from distribution companies and post to the generation companies. If you do not get that security from distribution companies, or distribution companies don't pay for the power, NBET cannot even pay the generation companies. Now, right, it was because of privatization they had to set up NBET, because no one was going to invest in generation if they were not assured that they would get their monies. And they thought there would be partial risk guarantees for NBET in favor of some of generation companies. I think only Azura did get a PRG, maybe one other project. So that was already a problem. So if we replicate that problem, and of course, NBET is being transitioned, so to speak. There are practical challenges around certain things which I can't say from a transactional point of view. I do have some information, but as a lawyer, I can't say some of that. NBET is being considered for transitioning. So we just need to ensure that these mistakes we see are not replicated by states. If they are replicated by states, of course, those things will fail. That's the truth. I mean, there's no need to call a spade a farming instrument. It's going to fail. So you're completely correct. If we have same institutional problems, no one's going to come and invest, and it's going to fail. That's the truth.